So we should allow users to click on any column and have it sort. If we click the same column heading, it sorts in the other direction. So fortunately, somebody wrote a really simple JavaScript that we can attach, which should make this easy to do. And we shouldn't have to do much at all. So if you go into your lesson 10 folder, oh, by the way, I guess I didn't click the link. I did give you a link here to Namecheap, so if you need an SSL certificate, it's there. Our second item here is called sort table. So this is a free JavaScript developer made available for users to do. So I'm just going to right click that and save it. So let's download that script to our lesson 10. Whoops, hang on just a second, sorry. That's not a link to the script file. That's an actual link to the web page. So just click on the link and open in a new tab. Sorry about that. So we can see how this works here. Well, here's a static table. And here's what it looks like when we enable that little JavaScript. We can click on any column and it will sort up or down. So here are the instructions. Download, add a link to the script on your page, and then in any HTML table, add a class of sortable. Well, that should be relatively easy to do. Download, add a link, add a class. Should be working. So right click this in the middle here. It says download the JavaScript library. Right click that link and save it. And let's save it into the lesson 10 into our JS folder. And we'll just keep the name as sorttable.js. So that link's about halfway down, partway down the page. So now we need a link to that script. Where should we link? We have a few options of where we could put that link. Which file do you think might make sense to add the link to that JavaScript? Okay, so we could put it in the footer, or what would the other option be? I think I'd like to put it in the footer. Where else could we put it? What page do we need it on? Yeah, we need it on albums. We're probably not using it on any other pages, at least for now. So we could put it directly on this page. Why would it be a good idea to put it in the footer instead, even though right now this is the only page that uses it? What's the advantage of putting it in the footer?
We don't need to copy paste again.
Right, if later on we add any other tables that we want to make sortable, by putting it in the footer, the script is already available. We don't have to add the link into other pages. So I think that's a good idea. So we'll go to our footer. So now all our pages have access to this script as well. So that was step 2. download the file, add a link to it. And step 3 is in whatever table we want to use this in, we just add, we don't need class equals because our table on our albums page, it already has a class tag. We just add the word sortable, space and sortable in with our existing class, bootstrap classes we're using for style. One small thing to note, and they make it here. The JavaScript library has 2 T's. It's sort table. But the actual class inside there we're going to use is sortable with 1 T. And they make note of that right here. So our file name has 2 T's, but the class we're going to use has a single T. So if we just open up our albums page, here's where we're starting our table. So we've already got 3 classes defined for Bootstrap. So it doesn't really matter whether this goes before or after any of them. Just somewhere inside the class definition, I'll just add in sortable with 1 T. I'll try to spell it correctly. That should be all we have to do. So if you go and refresh your albums page now, try and click on any of the column headings. The cover won't work because there's no text there, but we should be able to click on title, year, or artist and have those things toggle. Let's try it. So I'm going to upload albums and footer. And I also need to make sure, if you're working on the server, that you upload the sorttable.js file. So when I double click title, it sorts Z to A. Sorry, I only have to single click. So a single click sorts A to Z, double click sorts Z to A. It also gives us the little arrow, which is actually wrong. The arrow's going in the wrong direction. Does it do that for title? Yeah. Huh. Okay, looks like there's a little bug in their script. Because when I sort A to Z, it's indicating this is descending order. I don't think the cover, well, it does change, I guess, based on the image name. I am confused about their little arrows, though. They seem to be working in the wrong direction. Well, this is how they do it. I guess their sample works the same way. When the data is A to Z, it shows the down arrow, which to me seems backwards. Is anybody able to get it to work? Does it sort? Okay, if it doesn't work, the thing to check is look in your browser console. There's probably a JavaScript error. So if you're in Firefox, go to Developer and Browser Console. If you're in Chrome, if it doesn't work, again, if you go to More Tools and Developer Tools, inside the console, you should get a JavaScript there. You should get some error showing up here. Okay, what does the error say? Okay, are you working on your local server or on Azure or DreamHost? Okay, and did you upload the JavaScript file to the server? Okay. Krupa, if you want to make sure the file is in the right place, you can view the page, the source of your page, scroll down and click on your link, and make sure the script file loads in the browser. That doesn't load? Okay, so the path is, the file either is not on the server or your link, your script tag has the wrong link.
Can you please repeat that thing? How we check the JavaScript? The
Which browser?
Firefox.
So click your menu, click Developer Tools, and click Browser Console. This will show you any JavaScript errors. Refresh the page.
Yeah, right.
And then try clicking one of the headings.
Not showing any.
There, it worked. Yeah, it worked. Can you see the error? Get bigger. It's too small. I can't see it. Okay, click. Okay, so let's click the title first. It's because it puts the capitals first and the lowercase second. Is how it works. Okay, so click one of the headings. There, it works. You have a link to it. You have to add a link to that JavaScript.
Yeah.
And then you have to upload the page and the JavaScript. Because you didn't spell the JavaScript file name right. It's working good. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, so click one. Okay. Yeah, have you uploaded it though? Yep. Okay, but sortable, but you put it in, did you put it in the root or did you put it in the JS folder? Okay, so right click your, so refresh. Try it again. Okay, view the source. Go down, click the link. Okay. Here, the class is not in the class isn't here though. It may be either the file you're changing is not the one you're uploading. You're in the week 9 folder. Probably just in the wrong folder. You're either working in the wrong folder or uploading to the wrong folder. Okay, well, it's saying that that script file is not found in the path. So, okay, go back here. Go back to browser. Right click and get source. There, you're missing. Where, what folder is that file?
Why this is
Well, there's a syntax error somewhere in your code. Okay, view the source. Okay, but is that the folder, or did you upload it to the JS folder?
It's in the same folder.
Let's show you on the server. Just hadn't been uploaded. So now if we build any other tables in our application, as long as those pages are using our footer is using our sorting script, so we can sort. That we didn't realize that that we found out, that Harry and I found out, is it will sort. Let me just go in and log in. It is case sensitive, the sorting. So notice here now my browser's telling me there's no SSL certificate. My login page is not secure. So if I edit one, if I put a lowercase b in here, watch how the sorting works. Okay, so I've got 3 artists with a capital B. So it puts the does A to Z on the capitals first. And then it does A to Z on lowercase second. So when we first looked at it, we thought it wasn't working, but that's how it's working. Just doing all caps first. So the script isn't perfect. Works well for numeric values. But keep that in mind. It does take account capital and lowercase letters. I'll do those. Anybody still having a problem getting their script to run? So when it doesn't run, the very first thing to do is check our path to the script. So view the source, click on your link, make sure your script loads. That's always the first thing when we're trying to run a JavaScript and it doesn't seem to work. Or our CSS doesn't show up. Click the CSS or JavaScript link and make sure the file is in the right place. Okay, so we want to make, actually, I guess we'll take, probably now is a good time for us to take a pause at 10 to 3. So let's take a break here. When we come back, we're going to add the ability to make this page searchable. Okay. So we should be able to search title or artist. We'll see how that's all going to work. So we'll start that at 3 o'clock.